let me tell you about how loving soulfully happened. It started off in a tent. Yes, it was at a stage of my life where everything wasn't working out. I just had come to America, in the few months that I'd been here, I ran out of money and didn't know how I was going to be able to pay my bills or do anything. In that moment, I went for a walk and began to seek answers from God. And I said, what am I supposed to do? And I began to see pictures of me sitting in a tent. And I said, this is crazy. I've never put up a tent. I've never lived in a tent. I have not camped out before. I didn't grow up in America. I don't know how to do this stuff. But there it was. And a day later, I found out from a friend that she was moving with her boyfriend. They had this beautiful 17-acre property near San Diego. And I said, could I come and see it? And there it was. You can see the pictures. It was incredibly beautiful. It's exactly what I had seen. And if I spent the next 3 months there writing Loving Soulfully. I had actually begun writing Loving Soulfully as it was actually a bunch of snippets from things that I'd been writing to people in Facebook. Yes, in Facebook. It actually began on Facebook. And I would comment on people's things. And one day someone said, the way you talk about love is so unusual. I've never heard anybody talk like that. I said, really? My very dear friends pointed that out to me. I said, I had no idea that I was being unusual. I thought this was normal. So I collected together all the things I used to write and went into that tent and didn't leave until I was done. Let me read you one of the passages from there. The soul of love unfolds when you adore, nurture, and embrace yourself unconditionally. When you romance yourself tenderly, passionately, and sensually. Within yourself you will find the most intoxicating elixir, the secret to unlimited, unending, soulful love, the key to fulfilling your deepest desire and longing. Yourself, that is your soul, knows how to love you like no one ever will. Yourself will never betray you or leave you. Yourself is the only thing that is truly yours now and for eternity. So why is it that this is so important? The problem is here. The mind, when you try to use the normal ways of loving, it is judgmental, as we talked about earlier. It punishes us if we make mistakes or do something wrong. And it is conditional. If you do this, then I will love you. And the unfortunate thing is we not only do that with ourselves, we do that with our children, we do it with our partner. And so the only kind of love we have, initially when we first get love, is this beautiful, pure, lovely thing that comes to us. Gradually our mind steps in. And as our mind steps in, we go into this conditional mind love. We have no idea what soul love is. We seek soulmates, we seek partners. But how will you recognize your soulmate if you haven't found your soul? And unless you find your soul, how will you recognize another soul who is of the same vibration as you are, the same frequency as you are? No. And even if you did find your soulmate, how would you keep such a relationship? How would you be able to honor the soul? The soul will not exist in a place of judgment. It'll back off. It'll go away. That's what's happening around us now. To actually be in a state of soul love, there has to be non-judgment and acceptance and unconditional love. So unless you have practiced that with yourself, there's no way you're going to be able to do that with another. No way at all. And once you have that practice, then you can begin to romance yourself. Romancing yourself is not about indulging yourself or pampering yourself as people do right now. It's not about shopping, and it's not about, getting yourself a massage. But it's about giving to yourself what you would want your ideal lover to give you. It's about dating yourself, making love to yourself. It's about feeling complete and in love with yourself. It is the greatest love, and when you're filled with this love, you'll be in a position to share it with another. There will be an overflow which you will then share with a partner. It starts off here and then it goes forward. It doesn't start with the mythology of love that we've been taught. The romantic love notion was actually created about 300 years ago. There's a bunch of stories that people made up and it became very popular. It was sort of a popular movement and it's become the norm now. We think that this is what it is, romantic love, roses and chocolates and Valentine's Day. But fairy tales promote that. Religion supports that. Everyone's joined in on the bandwagon of romantic love. But is it working? We want to find the perfect one, our perfect mate, our idealized lover, the knight in shining armor. We want that person to save and rescue us. We want our twin flame, our soulmate. But is it working? 60% divorce rate, 50% of people having affairs, 100 million singles, 44% of US residents 18 and older are still out there looking for their perfect mate. You've broken families all around, bitterness, loneliness, hurt. Why? Why, I ask? The inner voice that I listen to and I ask these questions of says to me, the mythology of romantic love is a mentally concocted, religiously manipulated, socially conditioned, media-enhanced delusion that has nothing to do with true love. The knight in shining armor will never save you. The perfect mate will never complete you. The happily ever fairy tale ending will never come to pass. If you really want to fulfill your soul's yearning for undying romance, passion, and love, if you really want to free yourself from these grand illusions that have birthed deep pain, disappointment, and betrayal, then come with me on a journey into the heart and soul of love. So with that, I'm going to end here. I just want to encourage you to really begin to see the divine in yourself, in everyone around you, especially the ones that you hold dear, and the entire world, in all of nature. To make every encounter sacred, to offer respect, caring, adoration, and validation to the people you come across, to radiate love, to be an ambassador of love. I hope you've downloaded your copy of Loving Soulfully. I've been giving out the free, exclusive color copy. I hope you've downloaded that. Please write a review on Amazon after you've read it. Thank you. And I look forward to staying connected with you.